said that 99% of who you are, you can't touch, you can't see, you can't smell. 99% you is untouchable, unsmellable, invisible. It is what Ken Kais has called your conscious awareness. It's what looks out behind those eyeballs. What is that? It isn't cells. It's some kind of conscious awareness that you are. And make no mistake about it, you've occupied a whole lot of bodies already. Now, this is not reincarnation talk. Although, I don't know about this reincarnation. People ask me if I believe in it. I said, well, I taught in a junior high school in the inner city of Detroit for 4 years. And I saw those dead bodies come to life every day at 3 o'clock. So I believe in reincarnation, all right? Now, if 99% of who you are, you can't touch and you can't feel and you can't smell, then what is it? Who is it? Where are you? What is this thing called your essence or who you are? And where does it go? Now think of this. You were in a body. I have a little baby girl who's 11 months old. And we were all in a body that size. Well, it's only a body about this big. Got fingers only this long. You know? Got tiny, tiny little parts all over the place. I mean, she's only this tall. Now, is that her? Is that her essence? Because I have other children who are much older, and I am much older than that, and I can remember being 3 and being in a different body. Still me, still my essence there, different body, totally different, doesn't even look anything like when I was 11 months old. And then I was 13 and had a funny body at 13. But still my essence was there in a whole new body. Hairs growing all over the place that I didn't understand, all kinds of things happening to it, you know. Then hairs falling out of it later on, you know. Looking at those hairs that fall out and say, what held it in yesterday? You know, I don't know. I don't even understand that, okay? And so it's like who I am has been in many, many bodies already, all right? And that essence, you see, everything on our planet that is alive can never die. It can never die. Life doesn't die. It just transforms. It just moves on to new places and new ways of being, new ways of being. And the way of being that is the most transcendent of all is this way that comes from seeing yourself as love and only having that to give away. Only having that to give away. Let's say I were to stand up here in front of you and just visualize for a moment that I have an orange. And I take this orange and I squeeze it as hard as I can squeeze it, okay? What's going to come out? Juice. What kind of juice? Orange juice. Apple juice, any chance? Once in a while? Come on, now and then. A little mango juice come out of an orange once in a while? No mistakes, right? Never, no matter what. Next question. Everybody passes. These are easy, okay? Why? When you squeeze an orange, as hard as you can squeeze it, does orange juice come out? Because that's, not because it's an orange, because that's what's inside, isn't it? On our planet, when you squeeze something, what comes out of it is what's inside. Not too difficult, all right? Does it matter if your mother squeezes the orange? Does it matter what instrument she uses? Does it matter if you just had your period and then you squeeze an orange? Does it matter if your boss squeezes it? How about if your kids do it? Your kids squeeze an orange. Does it matter? Does it matter what time of day? Suppose they do it at noon, all right? How about at 4 in the morning? Does that matter? Whenever you squeeze an orange, the only thing you get out is what's inside, right? No arguments. Same thing works for you. Same principle works for you. It's a principle of the universe, all right? Someone squeezes you. That is, someone puts pressure on you. Someone says things about you that you don't like. Someone puts attention on you, whatever. Your boss says something to you that you don't like. And out of you comes anger. And out of you comes hatred. And out of you comes fear. Or out of you comes stress. Or out of you comes tension. Why? Is it because of your boss and the way they squeeze you? Never. Is it because of your mother? I mean, she really can be a pain sometimes, right? Is it because of your children? No. What comes out of you always when someone squeezes you is what's inside. This is the vital principle of being a no-limit person. It's so crucial to get this and understand that. That if you have any hatred in your heart for anyone in this world, or any anger, or any fear, or any of those things, it has nothing to do with the rest of the world. It only has to do with what you put inside. Now, how does what gets inside of you get there? That's the key. How does it get there? As you think. Only as you think. You see, there's no anger in the world. There's no stress in the world. There's no tension. It's perfect. We've already established. It's a perfect place. It works just fine. It's all flowing the way it's supposed to flow. The evidence for it is, That's all the evidence you need. Just look around you. Everything out there is a miracle. Everything, including you. There are no mistakes. It's all perfect. And everything that happens to you in your life, whether it's a trauma, whether it's a disease, whether it's somebody treating you in a certain way, there's a lesson in all of it. No limit people understand the lesson in life, and therefore celebrate the lessons.
All right.
Very good.
Awesome. I always forget how to pause this. Okay, cool. There. Good morning. Wasn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I love Wayne Dyer. So he's always inspiring. So how's everybody doing?
It's Monday.
Monday. Yeah, that's why I thought we needed to listen to something inspiring. Everything is a miracle, you know. And 99% of you is not you. That's kind of crazy, meaning everything else, it's only your consciousness is what's you, which is the 1%. And the only way your thoughts get there is by how you think. You put them there. So, and that's cool that how you think is what comes out of you all the time. So it's how you think and what comes out of you all the time. So if you look at it as in the context of what we're doing, however, whatever comes out of us every time we're talking to somebody is what's already inside of us, and we can put it there. So that's cool. So meaning if you really think you're helping people, then you're really helping people. If you think you're not helping people, whether you're just bothering them, then you're just bothering them. So once you put that thought in your head that, no, this is really, we are helping people. We are helping people in a health way, for people that have health issues and people that need some income. We're helping both those people, you know, and we're not helping everybody. We're just helping people that need our help and they're out there. So, and it's not like we're trying to find somebody that, you know, it's like we truly have something to help people, you know. And if we truly believe that we have something to help people, then we're helping people. So that's cool. Yeah,
it's so cool that you say that, Don, because just yesterday I was driving back with my sons. There was a big golf tournament here in Maui, and my boys are Boy Scouts, so we had to go out and serve at the golf tournament. And when we were driving, one of my sons, you know, he's been really ambitious, but he's like, you know, I don't even know why I want to be successful. I don't even know why. And then my other son was like, yeah, and I don't know why we have to do this. This is child labor, you know. And I said, okay, well, let's just take a minute and let's just reassess. Like, yeah, why are we doing this? Are you in agreement with the motto of the Boy Scouts? Do you agree that those values are important to you and that's what you want to do? And then I said, and then as far as even success, like, do you want to serve people? Like, do you want to help people? Like, our goal isn't to raise a lot of money. I said, if you're thinking that success means being wealthy, I said, or being rich, I said, that's not really what it's about, because you'll be successful if you're helping other people solve a problem. And if it's an expensive problem for them and you can help them solve it, they will pay you lots of money because you're helping them. So our goal is to help people. And I said, and so us serving at this, golfing event, these people have come to play, they're enjoying it, they're having a great time. And, this resort is, or this location is putting them up for this. And so we get to help our community by, being a part of this and helping them to clean up. And we get to help these people enjoy this event that they've come here to do. And maybe they're playing and they're donating all their money to charity. Like, we don't know. And it doesn't matter. We came to serve them in whatever way they need it. And that's where our joy should be coming from, is just serving them. And once, I shared that with them, and I told them, I said, hey, I'm learning this just as sure as I'm telling you, believe I am learning this deep in my heart too. It's not what is success. It's not really about how much money I make. I trust that if I help a person solve their need, they're going to give something back to me, whether it just makes me feel good, whether it helps me financially, or it furthers me in some, other goal that I have, helps me travel the world, whatever. The goal is to help them. And the principles of success say that if I help you solve a need, you're going to bless me. God's going to bless me. Just that's the way it goes. And I trust that. And so just like what you're saying, it really is, it's an attitude. It's just an attitude shift. It's a mind shift. I want to be successful in LifeWay. And I believe that this is definitely a vehicle. This industry of network marketing, direct sales is definitely a solid vehicle for that. But success to me, I have to understand it's not going to be reaching senior presidential, director. It's going to be how many people did I personally help to solve a problem that they have. And as long as that is my focus, then I'm going to trust that whatever elevation through this company, it will happen as it's meant to happen in perfect timing, because I'm doing what ultimately I really want to do, which is help solve problems. So I really like what Wayne was saying this morning. I feel like it's just a confirmation of what I've been experiencing. And I'm so thankful for this meeting and the opportunity to have that again, Yay.
Yeah, awesome. Yep, that's awesome. And it is all about, like, it's funny. So if you go into an event like helping people clean up or that, you can go into it two ways. One, thinking it's work and labor, and that's what comes across. You're just doing this work and labor, or you're coming in there with just the joy of helping out, And so whatever attitude that is, if you're going to clean up the park or whatever, that's awesome. And I think everything in life is all about experiences, and it's all about joy and happiness, and it says that right in the Bible, like there is no meaning to life. The only meaning is to have joy and happiness, and that's it. So whatever you do, whether it's doing this kind of work or reaching out to people, if it's all done in joy and happiness, then you're enjoying yourself, right? And everything you do. So it's cool. Yep. Awesome. What happened to your green screen, Brady? It's orange.
I don't know. I turned my computer on. This is what it's doing. And I can't.
Okay.
I tried every button on here, so
Oh,
when
wow.
we get done, I'll restart it and see if it works.
Yeah. Okay.
This happened once before, and I thought it was this. Just
It won't let you choose a different virtual background.
Yeah.
No.
Is your screen orange on your screen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what.
It's like what do they call it before? The blue screen of death or whatever.
No, this is the orange screen.
Do they still call it that? Yeah, I think, they still have. I've had a Mac for my whole life, but I always remember hearing that when you see the blue screen of death, you're in trouble because the computer won't start.
Now, this happened before. There's a button on the side of my PC that turns the camera on and off, and that's not doing it.
Yeah.
That's not the problem. Now it's asking me to sign in. What the hell?
I feel like a Frank Ocean video is about to start. This is like the cover of his album, one of his albums.
Yeah, you just need to get some text up there and then it'll be fine.
I can't even get into the Zoom part of it. What the hell's going on?
Yeah. And I think we're dealing with that all day long too. I think we have to realize that, like, I get frustrated when things, or I'm starting to get less frustrated, but I always get frustrated when things aren't working the way they should. But I think we just have to accept it as part of the work, part of what we're doing, because constantly there's things not working or not working the way they did the day before, or technology is not doing what it was supposed to do, or you lose something, or yeah, it's just constant. Or there's
Mhm.
constantly something to learn over again, or new again, or it's just on, all part of it, all part of the process, I find.
It's all in how we react, right? How do we handle the situation? Brady still showed up. He's like, orange
Yeah,
screen or
you know,
not,
no.
I'm still here.
Yeah, well,
That's what a leader does. It may not be perfect, but I'm here.
Yeah, and it's fine just the way it is, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
now if I just
That
make
too.
some headway.
That's too. Fine the way it is. And then Rod dropped off here, so he's in worse shape. For whatever reason,
For
right?
whatever reason.
Yeah, I might have to change up my messaging or something. I'm not getting any response.
Yeah.
I have to go
Yeah,
to a video
that-
message.
That was amazing what Wayne Dyer said also too. Whatever you have inside, if you have anger or frustration or hatred or whatever inside of you, or even for me, it's what's the word? The feeling of overwhelm. Like you've got so much to do and so many things to do. And what do you do first? Do you spend time changing your banner on your Facebook page, which is kind of critical that it's good? But do you spend the time on doing that? Do you hire someone else to do it? So you still have to come up with the idea and the design, and then, or do you do something else? So there's a lot of moving parts to any business, right? So trying to decide. So if you got the feeling of overwhelm inside of you, then when you squeeze it, that's what comes out. But if you have love and happiness and joy inside of you, and then when you squeeze it, hey, there you go.
There it is.
Hey.
Hey,
I don't know how that got changed in settings, but it did. All right.
And you're a problem solver. You're
Yeah,
a great
there you
leader,
go.
Brady.
Another thing solved for another day.
That was just a minor problem.
Is that a Zoom thing or a computer thing?
It was on the Zoom settings,
Oh, okay.
way in the
Wow.
back. I don't know how that got changed. Did
Yeah,
it on
I
some-
noticed that too. I've got a few things that have changed and I don't know how to get them back. And again,
But as a
I
matter
gotta-
of fact, I also don't have any of my pictures back there any longer.
was there an update recently that wiped it out or put it somewhere else?
Maybe it took all my pictures and all my videos from my green screen out.
Is that free or paid account?
The free account.
Mhm.
It's free account. I've got access to a paid account, I think. I never use it. I don't wanna say-
So
I don't wanna
let's
say whose
go
it is.
over how last week was for everybody, what you felt, what you experienced, what your results were, kind of how you felt. And I'll talk about what happened for me. I set a goal, I think, but I set a goal at the beginning of the week to connect with 150 people in a week. So I connected with 86 people. So that's not quite 150. I don't feel like I put enough time or effort into it every day to make the 150. So it felt a bit, I don't know about frustrating, but disappointing that I didn't reach what I hoped to reach, right? But then if I look at the numbers, so 80, I did reach 86 people. I did do 10 follow-ups all week. And I did invite 8 people to take a look at the video or the presentation, if you want to call it that. And I didn't actually bring in any new customers. There's a couple of people interested, but it's not an actual number on a page that you can tick off. But in that sense, I feel it was a successful week because I did more than I did the week before, a lot more. And I feel the activity is really starting to happen just by that little jump start of now I got people messaging me all the time, asking me things or just reaching out to me. And I've got, 86 people on my messenger, what do you call it, inbox or chat list or whatever. There's a lot of people. I mean, there's tons of them in there right now. Some of them didn't respond at all, which is fine. But out of 86, there's probably a good couple dozen of people reaching out to me and, oh, I'm from Budapest, or I'm from here, I'm from there, whatever, and that's cool because there's a flurry of activity. So I feel that was just a success, at least for week one. So I feel that, and I also feel that it's a learning experience. So for me, the learning experience is going to go from now from making those connections to actually following up and chatting with people, making the shift from a connection to actually sharing things with people and talking about what there is to offer and all that, to make that shift. And I really believe not making that shift until there's a definite connection there with there's a transition, in other words, from just chatting and connecting to, all right, what do you do? That kind of thing. So that's where I'm at. So I feel happy about last week. Who else wants to share?
I reached out to, I wrote down 90 people. So that was good. I didn't get anything from it other than just, opening up chat conversations. But like you said, I feel like it was good because it just got me into like, okay, just do it, just do it, just do it, And then what I do want to improve on though is like, I put on my calendar time to check the metrics. Like,
oh, you froze. You froze, D.
And what people are resonating with. Oh, okay.
Yeah, just you have to repeat yourself there after the metrics part.
Okay, I want to be able to go into this social media analytics and see what posts are resonating with people and what posts are not, so I can put out more of what people are interested in and hopefully get some more. Because once I make my connections, like some days I'll spend just trying to make more connections, but then I don't know again, like how the posts are playing out, how other things are doing. And then like you're saying, there's other things that I wanted to do, like make sure I stay up on posting and updating my blog. And so when I finish my allotted amount of connections or my aspired amount of connections, I do have other things I can do. But if I'm not sticking to a plan, then I just kind of start to do whatever. Because I figure, oh, well, I did the 25 connections, so I'm good now. Mm-hmm. But like, I have other things on the plan that I really need to make sure that I'm following up with. And so that is what I'm going to be working on this week, is doing all of the little things that I have it managed out so that it doesn't overwhelm me or my schedule if I stick to it. So that's what I'm going to be working on this week.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it definitely works better without your video showing. Your audio works better. So that's cool. And that's a good point though. One thing, it does feel overwhelming when you've made so many connections, that starts to feel overwhelming, that you like 86 people wanting to talk to me now. But I think, I don't know, my view is that no matter what we do, making those connections, more and more connections every day is what the key is. I don't know how you feel that, but after 90 days, if we just keep making connections, things are going to start to fall into place. And the next thing to fall into place is, like you said, like making sure your posts are the right kind of posts. And I think we're just going to fine tune this system until it's a machine, and it's anyone can do it, and we've kind of paved the way for it. There's other people that have paved the way, but just as a group, we're just going to pave the way, that say, okay, it's going to get done, and we're going to get there. But I think the key is, no matter what happens, at least if you can make your number of connections a day, that you, whether it's 3 or whether it's 25, is maybe you can't get back to all those people, but I think over the next 3 months, it's going to be like nuts, with what is it? 2,250 new connections. That's like insane. So there's got to be something that happens out of that. It's just like we've been saying, a mathematical certainty that something's going to happen. Maybe you'll connect with somebody on a different reason, for a different reason, and make a connection some other how. Crazy. Okay. So we got 10 minutes going here, and the clock is ticking. What time is it? See, it's already 9:30. So I never know
I'll go
when.
next. I contacted a total of 96, 40 of them were new.
Wow.
I think I've kind of been staying on one platform, and I need to change because it's getting discouraging. I'm trying to not associate myself with the outcome, that I have no control over that. So I need to start diversifying, go elsewhere. So that's what I'm going to start doing this week.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. That's really awesome. And you're tracking all the numbers and
Yeah. And people say, they're going to go look at the website, and where I have no way of knowing if they did, other than if they get back with me, and I don't want to seem like a pest getting after them. And so, yeah. Yeah,
I think that's a part of the follow-up, because I was thinking about that too, since we have no way of tracking if somebody's watched the video. I think it's important to follow up and say, hey, did you watch that video? What do you think? Oh, I haven't watched it yet. Oh, well, are you going to watch it? Yeah, when? Okay, I'll follow up with you then. Some kind of a follow-up system. Or oh, you didn't watch it, or you're not interested, or whatever, or something to make a decision like, okay, cool, I won't bother you anymore if you're not going to take a look. Or because what I find is most people are so busy and they get so much stuff, and they're really interested, they really want to watch it, but they don't. And it's like, oh, thanks for reminding me, thanks for following up with me. Those are the kind of comments I get.
Yeah, well, the ones that I got confirmation on that they are going to watch it, and we scheduled a follow-up for afterwards, and I'm ghosted. So it's like it's, right person, wrong time maybe thing, and I'm not going to waste time with it. So
yeah, and maybe there's a follow-up there too. Like, I'll put you on my email list. I will, because then again, there's two things that could happen. Maybe someone is ghosting you, but maybe someone is still wants to get followed up with and just too busy, or they told you yes when they have no intention. That happens a lot, I find too. People say they're coming to your house for a party, but they don't want to say no, and they just don't show up when they have no intention of showing up, but they said yes, they'll be there.
Never know.
That happens all the time, I find. Or they said yes, they'll be there, but they weren't really sure whether they were going to be there or not, even though they said yes. But yeah. And with regards to the platform, I've been thinking about that too, because I'm just focusing on Facebook right now, and I'm wondering whether I should shift to divide the time between. I think Facebook's important. I think Instagram is important, and I think LinkedIn is important. But then on the other hand, I think it's good to be just good at one thing first and then move on. So I'm kind of tossed between that. I think what my decision is going to be, until Facebook tells me I can't do what I'm doing, because you can only reach out to so many people a day before Facebook says, oh, you're reaching out to too many people. And that's fine, because they don't disallow that, because they want that. But
well, if you mix it up and take some time in between, however you reach out, it's not going to be like an AI action.
Yeah, and then at least if one platform cuts you off, you've got the others backup. But I don't know how to do this on LinkedIn. I don't know how to do this on Instagram. And then Dee, you're using mostly Instagram, right?
Yeah, I love Instagram.
Yeah, I've heard that too. And then I've heard people say they love LinkedIn because it's a business oriented crowd.
I think I've noticed on LinkedIn, a lot of people are leaving Facebook or whatever, and they're like coming to LinkedIn. And so I'm seeing a lot of posts about LinkedIn is not Facebook. Don't bring your Facebook activity over here. So quite honestly, LinkedIn is going to be a little bit more like Facebook soon. And so if you are comfortable on Facebook, I say just do whatever you're doing on LinkedIn, but just check your metrics, right? And see, what do people like when you post and what do they not like, right? That's all that matters. Like I noticed on Instagram, people like memes, right? And then on LinkedIn, people like infographics. When I post, my infographics seem to be more taken on LinkedIn than they are on any of the other platforms where I've tried to share it. So, but it's, I mean, I've tried it on all three, right? So it just depends on whoever's looking at it.
Yeah.
But I did see Brian Tracy say yesterday, it's really important with whatever your platform is that you're the most comfortable on, just work that, because it's the confidence too that comes through, right? And people are attracted to confidence.
Yeah, cool. And Tamara, what, are you focused on Facebook when you said you?
No, mine's a different health app that I'm working with.
Okay.
So there's no email involved, or like I can't get their username and send them something from the app. It's just
Okay.
so,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah, I think it's figuring out, and if that doesn't work, once you've decided it doesn't, then you move to something else. Because it's not just a matter of taking what you do on Facebook and switching it to LinkedIn or Instagram. You have to learn Instagram and learn Facebook or
platform,
LinkedIn,
yeah.
and the whole platform and how you post and how you build up an audience and all that stuff. So cool. Yeah, cool. Hey, Brady, you want to share? We lost Rod here. We got 4 minutes left.
Yeah, I didn't do anything for 2 days, quite frankly.
Okay.
And like I said earlier, I need to change my messaging. I sent out 125 messages with 3 responses.
Yeah.
Only 1 follow-up, which was a no. And so whatever I sent is not whatever I sent. It's just a, I had that written down. I told you guys what I wrote before, but anyway, it's not getting across.
Yep.
So I need to
And
change that.
I think that's great, man. It's one more no response than anyone else has got that didn't do anything the last week, you know?
Well, that's true. And you never know when somebody, those were all to followers. So a lot of them may not even get on Facebook often or not see the message yet.
Mhm.
I had a couple of good ones. I thought, oh, these are gonna go somewhere, and then nothing.
Yeah.
Plus,
And
if
then,
your message goes into their other message folder, a lot of people don't know how to check that.
Yeah. And I went through my the friends list. I got like only 700 on Facebook. And probably of the 700, probably 500 people all know each one of us. You know, I don't have anybody outside the circle. And for the last 2 years, I don't accept friend requests from just anybody. Hey, friend. No. I don't want you on my personal timeline.
Yeah.
And I have not ever gone out searching for new friends.
Wow.
So that's kind of dead to me. I need to move off and get over to LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Because those are people I don't know.
Yeah.
Pinterest, I haven't done any Pinterest posts, and that's a good place to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instagram, I want to get involved in Instagram, but my Instagram account has never, ever done anything. No matter what I do with it, it just sits there.
Yeah.
And last year I did a lot of posting with videos and posts. But I got into Fraser Brooks training, which I think I was just looking for the email. I think it starts tomorrow for his 10-day challenge. It has to do with the 90-day run. So I am going to do what he says to do. And that he is always Instagram.
Yeah. Let's look at that. And it was Todd Falcone, right? You said, D?
Yes.
Did a post in LifeWave. Let's look up that too, and the Fraser. I'd like to take a look at what Fraser Brooks is doing for sure. Yeah, and the thing on social media has switched for me. Like a couple of years ago, I used to only accept people that I physically met in person, and now I'm looking at it more like it's for business, right? Everything online is for business. Like it's hard to, it's hard to, what do you want to call it? Oh, we're down to a minute, but hard to differentiate. You got to keep your friends somewhere so you can find them when you've got so many people. But yeah, I made the shift saying, okay, but you got to just watch, only connect with qualified people, not people that are, not gonna, not even in what I want to say, not even interested at all. They're just
I may have to just change it up completely.
Yeah, or pick a new platform. Pick a new platform for that. That's cool. Okay, I
Yeah,
think
man,
we've got a
we-
few seconds left here. Anyway, okay, let's continue with this
Thanks,
tomorrow.
everybody.
Awesome.
Okay.
Have an awesome day. That's great results, I think, for everybody. At least we're going somewhere. We're
Yeah.
going in this direction. We're squeezing the orange. With good
Bye, Jan.
stuff. Okay, bye, Jan.
Bye,
Bye,
Jan.
Mark.
Bye,
Bye,
Mark.
everybody. Awesome. Good seeing you guys.
Have a great day.